Alright guys, episode 4. As I said in my previous episode, I have a project going on in real life. I work in visual effects, and right now I'm working on a not really a commercial, more like an infomercial TV spot for an advertisement, basically for a product in Australia, and the deadline is pretty ridiculous on it. You know, we've got so much work to do in such little time. Um, and I understand you'd be like, why are you playing Minecraft if you got all this work to do? Well, here's the thing. I just did something that I'm sure everybody in my industry has done at least once, and it's such a pain in the butt. Basically, I'm working in Autodesk Maya, and I hadn't saved in probably an hour. And I did something that, quite frankly, I am very happy with. Um, there was this really complex shape I needed to achieve, and I was able to write a small script that really helped me get through it. Um, and right before I thought about saving, um, I tried to harden the edges on what I had selected, and I didn't realize at the time, but I had every object of the thing I had just created selected. So when I hit the button to start making the edges appear creased instead of smooth, um, my immediately froze, and it's one of those freezes where you can't really be sure. Let's see if they fixed it. Oh yeah, they fixed the glitch here in the new. Well, actually, let me check over here real quick. When I was playing in, I think it was 1.4.3's pre-release. Yeah, 1.4.3. One of the glitches I came across was that you could jump over onto cobblestone walls. But anyway, so Maya has frozen, but it's the type of freeze where it's like potentially if I just give it enough time, it'll come back. So I decided to do a quick video while I wait to see if I can, perhaps salvage an hour and a half's worth of work. Anyway, that over there that I'm building, I spent some time with TCalhoon last night over at his base. He was trying to cure an infected zombie villager to start a village in his town. And once he had done that, well, first of all, I went over there to help him, and he was being attacked by a skeleton that had his sword and all of his armor on. So I killed the skeleton, but my first arrow of my Punch 2 Power 5 Infinity Bow, the first arrow hit T. Calhoun, killing him instantly. And then the second arrow killed the skeleton. And then before I realized what was going on, I killed the zombie villager he was trying to cure, that he had already wasted a golden apple on and stuff. So I tried to help him out and get him, a small village, kind of like the one I've got. Oh shoot! I need to put that dirt block back. Kind of like the one I've got going over here. Um, anyway, I realized when I was at his place that if I trade with one of his guys the way you would normally trade, it actually affects that trade for every player, not just you. I was under the impression that trades didn't operate that way, and that trades were specific to the user. So I'm curious to know if when you attack a villager and harm them and they get all angry at you, I wonder if that affects their trades for everybody as opposed to just you, and if that would be a horrible way to grief someone by ruining their ability to trade with half of their villagers. Anyway, so I'm building an area right here to kind of section them off. By the way, one of the main reasons that we redid the server, starting over fresh, same world seed, was because I had a bad habit in our last world where I would, some weird flickering. Oh, that's really strange. Oh, that's the particle effect that Hold on. See those torches down there? There's no particles on them, but the ones close up there are. I don't know if that's new, but I'm seeing flickering where the torch ends just kind of shoot up, like right there where you keep seeing it. One just happened down there. That's interesting. I wonder if that'll improve lag. I'm all for it if it does, because that's a technique I would use in my line of work to save on rendering and all that. Anyway, what was I saying? Oh yeah. One of the things that I couldn't be trusted with is as soon as I could started using creative mode, I took the spawn village area and I flattened it completely flat so I could build a village on it. And then once I started building the village, I realized how ugly it looked when the terrain wasn't varying like at all. Like you know, sort of my goal when I restarted and I started playing on this area was to use the natural terrain to my advantage and really try to work with it instead of against it. So anyway, I'm the kind of person that's sort of an all or nothing kind of guy. It's like if I'm on a diet or something, let's say, I if it's somebody's birthday, it's like I'm not gonna eat cake on your birthday because you know, it's like I have to do 100% yes on something, or it's not going to be worth it at all for me. So restarting the server, it's like I have to be careful not to allow myself or anybody else to use creative mode or anything, even a little bit. I mean, I've had to use I've used MC Edit instead of creative mode mostly in order to do stuff like what is it called? Punching through the bedrock of the nether and stuff. And what I ended up doing is I went into another single player world and I created, you know, like if I was to add a command block, I would create it in another world and then copy it using MC Edit instead of using creative mode on the server so that I don't get lazy or anything. Anyway, funny story, I was working with TCalhoon and helping him get his village started, and at one point, you know, because I hopped on the server just for a minute because I saw he was on, and I wanted to chat with him for a second, but I thought I'd help him out after I accidentally killed not only him but also the infected villager that he was trying to cure. So, hold on. Light this up while I'm just chatting. Anyway, so what ended up happening was, you know, I was helping him, but I was also working at the same time. So, you know, I was doing test renders at the time, so, you know, it takes a while, and I just, I'd talk to him and play while I was waiting. I was playing with him, and then I had a Skype, like a text call, you know, where you're typing on Skype. Like, so I had a conference call like that, and I got really busy and had to kind of wrap things up at one point. And TCalhoon at one point had lost a diamond pick of the same type that I had just lost. I knew mine was mine though because I had named it using the anvil. But I felt bad because I think it was my fault that he lost it. So I had used NBT Edit to duplicate the one I had and throw one at him so you could have it. He said it felt a little bit like cheating, so I'm not sure if he kept it or not. I feel like, you know, he's perfectly welcome to, because it was probably my fault. Honestly, I shouldn't have been on at all. I was working anyway. So I let him have a diamond pick, and then no, gosh, it takes forever to collect those. You jerk. So anyway, later on, he had mentioned something when I was really busy, and I wasn't sure I don't really remember what he said, but it's like he needed help finding something, or I think he said that his one of his villagers disappeared, and I went over to help him, and um, being lazy, uh, and as opposed to actually going over there and helping him out, um, like going through my nether portal and all that, I used the teleport command to him, and when I came out on the other side, like literally, it's like, all of a sudden you're here, and when you teleport, you teleport and you're like inside the person's skin, and then they walk, or they keep moving, whatever pattern they were doing, and like literally the first thing I saw was for a very like 1/100th of a second, I saw TCalhoon's player skin, and then he walked away, and the next thing I saw right in my face was a creeper in his base that blew up because I teleported there. I mean, theoretically, if I hadn't been there, it would have blown up more inside of his base, and it was really close because it was right at his like furnaces and chests and stuff. So it would have been a real mess. But it was really kind of a wake up call. Like don't for 1 second think that you can use um, you know a command or something, to teleport and get away with it. Like don't. It was just like a reminder. Don't fall back into that habit. So needless to say, I won't be doing that again. Um, anyway, that was just a fun little time I got to spend with him last night. Um, just kind of blowing off steam because this project I'm working on has been, that actually looks kind of cool. Come to think of it, having some tree there growing into my walkway. But yeah, this project's been a real pain in the butt. Anyway, so let's get moving on this project right now. I want to get these guys up there. Oh, that's a dog. What part of the dog? Oh, that must be the tail, I guess. I didn't realize it looked that way. Interesting. Anyway, so yeah, let's get this project started. At least moving. This is gonna be a pretty boring episode. Other than that story, which honestly is probably a lot funnier to me because I can picture it exactly as it happened. But yeah, let's at least get it the birch wood and whatnot, or the wood planks, I should say. Let's get those kind of situated. So, by the way, anybody on the server who's watching, I am willing to trade 16 emeralds for a stack of jungle tree logs. So if you're interested in harvesting jungle trees, and seriously, do not come to my area and harvest mine, because I desperately need maybe 3 or 4 stacks of jungle leaves, and or sorry, jungle wood logs, and I don't want to take the time. I don't want to cut down that jungle because I like the view. One thing actually I really hate about jungles is they look great when they first spawn, but then as you play here, the vines all grow straight down to the ground, and it looks horrible. I wish there was a way to easily prevent the vines from growing, or like the vines on a jungle tree that's naturally generated. It would be nice if the vines wouldn't grow, or they would grow, maybe only half of them would grow. I don't know, but it's really irritating how they look once you've been playing for a while. But yeah, I don't want to cut that down, and because jungle trees are the stingiest. What? I'll have to watch that back. It looked like that block disappeared and came back. Oh, yeah, it did. When I go down, that's interesting. I don't understand how Mojang can continually update this game and say they're fixing bugs, and yet they're constantly creating new bugs that are completely different or the same bug coming back over and over again. It totally blows my mind. I mean, I am not a programmer at all. I do a little bit of scripting in my line of work, but it's almost entirely self-taught. Oh, I do have 4. I didn't even realize. Yeah, it's almost entirely self-taught, so you know, it's not like I'm, you know, writing programs and making games. Although I have worked on a few games, some indie games. I'm not, you know, I'm not involved in the programming aspect. Mostly modeling, texturing, and that kind of thing. Well, I ran out of those quick. Yeah, so I don't know. It's I'm sure no matter what bugs are in this release, the 1.4.4 pre-release, I'm sure they're worth it because from what they've said, the water bug is fixed, so you don't drown when you're trying to swim up a stream, you know, because that was really annoying. Let's see, I guess ideally I'm gonna need more of these. So yeah, I should mention, I need the jungle logs so that I can finish this area. And I keep running out of saplings because jungle trees create a lot of wood, but they don't create a lot of leaves. So you run out of saplings really quickly. So I need to finish this one. So I need, I don't know, maybe 4 there, and then I'd need a lot here and a lot here. So I could probably get away with maybe 1 full stack or a stack and a half. So if anybody's interested, you know, let me know. I'd be happy to trade. I would be happy to trade 16 emeralds for a stack of jungle logs. And it would be nice if you would include any saplings that happen to come with your jungle logs, because I'm trying to create a tree farm, but because they're so stingy, it's really hard for me to obtain the saplings easily. So that's definitely not good enough. I'm gonna go craft an axe or see if I even have one still. I feel like I made a diamond one at one time, but you know the villager that has the trade where I give him emeralds for a diamond pickaxe. I've like milked him dry, and he's still giving me that trade without making me do anything else, which is pretty crazy. I would never have expected that. Let's see. Apparently, I don't have. All of a sudden, I can't remember how to make an axe. Yeah, I do need 3. So yeah, if you want, you could put the jungle tree logs here if you want to make the trade, and then you know you could just take 16 or whatever if anybody wants it. Make sure you let me know though that you're doing that so that I can so that I know that I've got the logs and I can actually make use of them. I don't want to just assume they're not there and wait forever and then have to keep checking in case somebody put one in. So just make a sign or whatever and leave it somewhere. Let me know. That'd be great. Anyway. Let's just finish up the base here, and then I'm gonna probably get back to work. Honestly, I am not used to not playing Minecraft very much. I've been doing mostly personal projects, work-wise, so they haven't required me to not play Minecraft as much, because on a personal project, it's like the deadlines aren't really that big of a deal. so I can, I can kind of take my time and take breaks and play and just kind of further things along on the server. Um, so yeah, this has been, I've gone days at a time without playing this week. Um, and normally I would play even just 5 or 10 minutes. I just hop on and see what's going on. But yeah, I've been swamped with this project. So anyway, sorry for this video being a little bit boring. I don't have a whole lot to say. I really didn't plan anything other than mentioning what happened when I was playing with TCalhoon. I'm just going to use up these logs. I'm going to call it, planks. Alright guys, this is probably a nice way to end the episode. Let's take a snapshot. Alright guys, take it easy. I'll see you next time.